resolution for today. This house believes that herbalists should be integrated to the medical fraternity. Should be integrated to the medical fraternity in Africa. Other than herbalists also operating on their own, the house believes that they should be also integrated. They work with the medical experts, herbalists. Kabalega, Tsavo are going to break down those words to us. One. And that is Honorable Maruti Gloria. These are our own people.
Use the podium.
Resolve. Today's resolution states that this house believes that herbalists should be interrogated to the medical fraternity in Africa. Dear Judge, allow me to break down the key words in this resolution. Herbalists. These are people who deal in medical herbs. Interrogated. This is to combine two or more things. Integrated. This is to combine two or more things together. Medical fraternity. This is a group of medical professionals, e.g. doctors and nurses. Our house is mainly focusing on the World Health Organization. Our status quo is we are looking at sites made by herbalists. Our perimeter is Africa. My name is Maruti Mary Gloria, alongside Master Crispus and Ainebiona Joan. Our points. Economic and social benefits, e.g. job, for example, job creation, poverty reduction, complementary health approach, rich herbal knowledge, quality control issues, regulatory farm work, increased health access. Rich herbal knowledge. This allows the preservation and utilization of knowledge, which could lead to, when we combine this herbalists and this medical fraternity, for example, doctors. If we combine these people, if we bring these people together, these people are going to discover new medicines, because the doctors and the nurses and the herbalists have different skills. These herbalists know some things that doctors deny. These herbalists know some things that doctors don't know, and these doctors also know some things that herbalists don't know. If we combine these people, if we bring these people together, these people are going to discover These people are going to discover new knowledge. These people are going to discover new drugs, because some herbalists, a doctor knows how to inject a person, but you can't get a herbalist from the village there. You bring that herbalist in the hospital here. The herbalist has not studied. The herbalist doesn't know anything about these medicines. And you bring that person in the hospital here. That person instead will do the wrong thing. And these herbalists, some of them have not gone to school. They don't know how to prescribe these drugs. They will instead give people overdose.
P-O-I?
Deny.
P-O-I?
Deny. Empowerment of community. Integrating herbalists can empower local communities by recognizing and valuing their traditional knowledge. If we combine these herbalists and medical fraternity
POI.
allowed.
Excuse me, Honorable. I first request that you may recite for me the resolution of today.
And just focus on the people in front.
This resolution states that this House believes that herbalists should be interrogated to the medical fraternity in Africa.
I have heard you say that this herbalists should be combined should be combined into the medical fraternity of Africa. You're telling us combined. I'm seeing you saying that interrogated. What is the meaning of interrogated, and how is it related to this motion?
The meaning of interrogated means that combining, bringing these people
Thank
together.
you very much. Dear judges, take note of that.
I rest my case.
This House believes that herbalists should be integrated into the medical fraternity in Africa. My name is Akora Ruth Mirembe, alongside Speaker 2, Sir Jesse, and Nyasho Jennifer, Speaker 3. Before going any further, first allow me break down the key terms in the resolution. Herbalists, people who grow, sell or use herbs for medical purposes. Integrated, uniting different things or people into a whole. Medical fraternity, a group of medical doctors sharing the same profession, interests and beliefs. A farmer one came here and she interpreted the resolution as, the resolution was stating that integrated. She came in telling us interrogated, and I asked her that what's the meaning of interrogated. She told me it's the combining of things, whereby interrogated means asking, and again asking is not there. The word interrogated is not inclusive in our resolution. So I don't know what she has come to do here if she has not analyzed the resolution properly. Let me give you the meaning of integrated, or let me correct you. The pronunciation is integrated, and it means combining. It means uniting different things or people into a whole. She came here telling us that when these herbalists are introduced, when these herbalists are integrated into the medical fraternity of Africa, that will be easy access to healthy care. And I don't know how the healthy care will be what is to be accessed. But as we, the negators, we come in saying that when we introduce these herbalists into the medical fraternity of Africa, or when we integrated them into the medical fraternity of East Africa, there will be a lot of disadvantage. How? This medical, she even supported us by saying that when we introduce them, some of them, they don't know how to prescribe drugs. They have medicine that is not prescribed. Take for instance, many different herbalists can come. Maybe I've made a drug, like I'm suffering from cough, and I make a drug. I have my own prescription. Another one has also our own prescription. So when we take these herbalists, or when we integrate them into the medical fraternity of Africa, they will lead to death rates. How? Because she will give someone a poor prescription. Someone will take drugs which or she'll take overdose or underdose, which will lead to denied, which will lead to health difficulties. Some herbalists have no knowledge about drugs. Now take for instance, when a person, like a local person, when you integrate these people into the fraternity of when you integrate these people into medical fraternity of Africa, everyone will just claim to be what a herbalist. So he or she will need to be integrated. How? Maybe like I'm suffering from malaria, I'll go denied. I'll go and get my herbal medicine and I cook. After cooking and it cures me. I also claim to be integrated. Yet I lack knowledge. Maybe it's just certainly what made me stabilize. I'll just say that I'm a medical herbalist. Yet I lack knowledge about it, and I will be in need of I also want to be integrated, denied into the medical fraternity of Africa. Whereby when you do this, we are going nowhere. It will lead to health diseases. Someone who has no knowledge about something, how can you take that person into the hospital? You want to increase on the death rates of our people? No. That's not what we are wanting. Denied. We don't want that in our continent, Africa. Africa should have people who are medically having knowledge about it. Because when we bring people who are not having knowledge about medical, we shall have a lot of people dying. And we don't want our people to die in Africa. POI, denied. There is knowledge gaps in training and deficiencies. Deficiencies are faults in the herbal medicine that make it not good enough. Lacking knowledge in anatomy, physiology, and pharmacology can hinder ability to diagnose conditions accurately or understand the complexities of the human health or recognized by. You may ask me the meaning of anatomy. Anatomy, the scientific study of the physical structure of an animal or plant. When these herbalists, they don't know how the structure of an animal, maybe like it operates or how it is. So they'll just make drugs just because of out of their interests. They want to know whether how this drug will affect it properly or no. They will just make drugs and they start be giving them to people, whereby it will lead to a lot of health difficulties or health diseases. We have pharmacology, the scientific study of medicines and the drugs used for testing medical conditions. These herbalists, they don't have that knowledge, or they are not scientifically studied the medical they are not scientifically studied the drugs or medicines used for testing medical conditions. So they just bring in their drugs, they're not well tested. 1 minute. They're not well tested and they give in to people, which will lead to a lot of health difficulties. So I want to come and tell you that these herbalists should not be introduced into the medical fraternity of Africa.
POI.
Allowed.
Honorable, I would like to ask you a question. According to our resolution of today, we say that we are going to integrate these people. We are going to just take them into the medical fraternity of Africa. That means they don't have the education. Eh? How are you sure that they don't have that knowledge? How are you able to know that this leaf and this leaf can be used to make this certain drug when you don't have any knowledge in that brain of yours?
My dear, skills, I tell you, when you've not gone to school, these medicines, these herbs, they have not gone under rigorous testings. Whereby other drugs are what poisonous, so just bring in and they make their own things, which will lead to damages of people.
Thank you, but you have not understood my question.
Thank you, I arrest my case.
Thank you for arresting.
We don't have Karl-Popper, we are using World Schools debate format, where we have POIs, which refer to point of information. Yes, we have had the first honorables, we have just had Akware Ruth Mirembe, and also we heard from Maruti Gloria. The two teams are not easy. We are waiting for a farmer 2 order. There we go.
Zone. This house believes that herbal should be integrated to the medical fraternity. My name is Master Crispus, the second proposer. But first of all, I would like to report to the judges that our first speaker came here and instead of saying integrated and she said interrogated, it was an error. And their first speaker came here and talked about lack of knowledge about herbs. She said everybody can change to be a herbalist because they are integrating them to the medical fraternity. But this question goes to them. Can you become a herbalist now? She also said, how will they be changed to the medical fraternity, yet they are not scientifically taught? We asked the proposers, we are basing on the World Health Organization, which will fund us to go for higher studies from herbalism to the medical fraternity. And our university is Groma University, which is found in Ghana, which will help us to upload from the herbalism to the medical fraternity. For example, right now if you go to different hospitals, with evidence, we have Kisa Chamuzade medicine which has been introduced in pharmacies outside there, and it is mainly for cough. According to the NLM, they report a report about one of the vaccines introduced during COVID-19. That was the medicine was introduced out of herbs. our resolution states that this House believes that herbalists should be integrated to the medical fraternity in Africa. Here I begin with economic and social benefits. The first one is poverty reduction. Here we see that based on our funds, we shall be uploaded to the medical fraternity and hence reducing poverty. How? Rejected. How? These people will be told, for example, herbalists who are in the villages there, rejected. Herbalists who are in the village there, every day they are not able to get patients. COI, rejected. But if you go to like town there, and like every clinic one day receives around 50 patients. If they have been rejected, if they have been put to the medical fraternity, they will get money and they end up being rich around.
You talked of Patrick Ogwang making the evidence.
Yes.
Let me first pose to you a question that you need to answer me with evidence. One is Patrick Ogwang illiterate?
Patrick Ogwang is not illiterate, but he discovered the herb. He discovered the medicine.
He discovered the
herbs.
After him going for education, and we asked him, negators, we want the herbalists to. We don't want herbalists because they lack knowledge about the herbs.
Thank you. We are going to reach herbal knowledge. This allows for the preservation and utilization of this knowledge, which could lead to discovery of new treatments. Here we see that if these herbalists have been changed to the medical fraternity, they can end up discovering new drugs which help to treat different diseases.
POI.
Rejected. Another one, regulatory framework. Here we talk about the purity and practices of making herbal medicine. If you see these herbal people, the way they make their medicine is not good. Now if they have been integrated to the medical fraternity, they will help them to know the rules and regulations concerning the making of medicine.
POI.
Not granted.
POI.
Not granted. Increase healthcare access. Here we take for example, if you go to Kisoko, you will not find even one clinic. But if you go to town, you find very many clinics. Now if they have integrated the herbalists, you may go to Kisoko and you find there very many herbalists, but they are not medicine men. If they have been changed to the medical fraternity, rejected. If they have been changed to the medical fraternity, they will know I come from a village and my village doesn't have any clinic or any hospital. I have to go and stay there, at least a clinic which will help to treat them. And another thing is costs. If those people are not being changed to the medical fraternity, there is high costs because a person cannot move from here to town because of only medicine. The moment he reaches town, he may reach town to the main hospital and they tell him or her that the hospital is full, fast wait, then work on you. If a person is to die, he may end up dying. That's what I heard.
Herbalists should be integrated into the medical fraternity in Africa. My name is Kisa Jesse. The second negator. And before I go any further, the second farmer came in and asked the first negator that, can you become a herbalist right now? And my response is yes. Because right now, if I feel headache, I can take a herb known as Moluzainicots, and if do I have knowledge about it? No, I've already become an herbalist. So these people came in saying that herbalists are informally educated, and dear judges, take note of this. These people are really supporting us, because how can we integrate a person who lacks a certificate of training in that field to join the medical fraternity of Africa? This is really spoiling our health sector, and it will cause the health landscape of Africa to go down. We want to inform these people that in the Karamoja sub-region, there was a case that happened that very many Karamojongs were eating poisonous cassava, thinking that it is food, and this And remember, herbs are bought from food. They were when they ate this cassava, most of them died. What does this mean? That if most herbalists lack knowledge, if herbalists lack a certificate of training, they cannot be integrated into the medical fraternity in Africa. So the POI rejected. There is no standard certificate of training to herbalists. Herbalists in Africa lack formal education. Yet this is rejected. Knowledge gaps and training deficiencies. Deficiencies are faults in the herbal medicine that make it not good enough. Lacking knowledge in anatomy, physiology, and pharmacology can lead that to diagnose conditions accurately or understand the complexities of the human health as recognized by the conventional medicine. So we see that with deficiencies, these are faults about something. Now with herbal medicine most times it has a lot of faults. What do I mean with this? These herbalists may lack knowledge in anatomy. What is anatomy? The way the body of a human being functions. You can't lie us that you will bring your herbal medicine, yet you don't know how a person's body functions. Maybe we have different blood groups. So you can give me the medicine, think that it will help heal my stomach, yet it will just cause poison in my body. Physiology, the same thing. And with pharmacology, the study of how drugs function. So you bring your herbal medicine, which is not even prescribed. It can go bad. It can become contaminated. And allowed. I was saying that there is a knowledge gap. And what do I mean with the knowledge gap? Most herbalists lack knowledge. They are just from the village, deep in the village, and there maybe his or her child is sick of malaria. That person will make something like, will get like some plants like aloe vera, and in quotes, mululuza, and he will give the child. And when the child becomes ill, will start bragging that I'm a herbalist. Yet he or she lacks what we call a certificate of training in that field. Dear judges, take note of that. We have ethnical considerations. The word ethnical means developing principles used for deciding whether right or wrong. So, most patients understand the difference between the evidence-based treatments. 1 minute. Rejected. Most people. There is ethnical considerations whereby this word ethnical means the following principles used for deciding whether something is right or wrong. Now, these herbalists, since they lack knowledge, they cannot easily explain to people the use of the drugs. And yet, when we look at the conventional medicators, they can easily explain to us how the drugs such as Panadol and other drugs can help to heal a person. So, as I conclude, I want to inform the farmers that since you can't integrate herbalists in the medical fraternity in Africa because they lack more knowledge, even though they can easily make the herb. I rest my case.
The floor is yours.
Resolved. Today's resolution states that this House believes that herbalists should be integrated to the medical fraternity in Africa. And it was pointed out clearly that our perimeter is Africa. But I would like to tell you that although it is Africa, but it goes upon the whole world, or I can say the globe, because herbalists, because as herbalists, we are saying that our funding bodies, it can be that the Global Health Funds and also the World Health Organization. So I'd like to begin with the rebuttals. They asked us a question that was Ogwang illiterate, and I would like to answer it by saying that no, he wasn't illiterate, but although he studied, he studied, but the knowledge he acquired was not that it was for being a herbalist, and that is why that's why he was able to introduce a herb called the Covidex. That's why they never say that it was a medical drug. It was a herb produced by a herbalist, denied. And I would like to say that he said, Honorable Kisa said that people in Karamoja died because of eating poisonous cassava. What evidence shows that they died because of eating poisonous cassava? What caused that cassava to be poisonous? That question goes to you.
POI.
I would like to come to his denied that a knowledge gap. A knowledge gap. He said that there is a knowledge gap. A knowledge gap. Can you be born without knowledge? There's something called common sense. And I would like to tell you that you said that I can be that I get medicine, I get drugs and I take, then I be healed. Does it mean that you're a herbalist? You are a patient who's taking a drug and you're not the one who got that knowledge. Someone told you and that person is a herbalist. Take note. Nice.
POI.
I'd like to come back to my argument, and I'm saying that if these herbalists are integrated to medical fraternity, it will bring economic benefits. For example, it will enable the herbalists and conventional workers to work together and bring out a number. I say that when they are integrated and they will be taught, and you said that there is a university in Ghana which will be able to teach them on how to be like these other professionals. That's why they are being integrated. It's not that they know. It means that they have knowledge, but they don't have that professional knowledge. So take note of that, judges.
POI.
Like you said that here, I'm saying that the government can create a more inclusive model that recognizes diverse healing practices, and that can lead to better health outcomes.
POI.
Allowed.
Honorable, you say that someone can take like aloe vera and it becomes okay. Like some people are born with knowledge. That's born knowledge. Again, why giving us that they will be educated in Ghana if they are born with their born knowledge?
I say, what is the resolution saying? That they will be integrated to what? They will be integrated to the medical fraternity in Africa. That means they want to learn more and be professionals like those conventional workers. I'm not saying that they are already doctors. They don't have that knowledge. That is not of that. I say that they will be educated to be like those professionals. They have knowledge, but it's not professional knowledge like these conventional workers. That's why I want them to be integrated and be like them. So now we are going to say maybe that it will poverty reduction by improving on healthcare access and economic opportunities. Integrating herbalists can contribute to poverty reduction, and it will bring the well-being of all people in their community. So team negators, join us. You are allowed to come and join hands for the integration of herbalists in the medical fraternity in Africa. So you're welcome. Thank you. That's my case.
Our resolution of today states that this House believes that herbalists should be integrated into the medical fraternity in East Africa. As our resolution of today states that this House believes that herbalists should be integrated into medical fraternity in East Africa. The Taria farmer came in saying that people are born with their born knowledge. If people are born with their born knowledge, and again you are saying they take them to, you are having a university, they are taking them to acquire more knowledge, which means you are just going to lead to school dropout. How? I'm going to claim. I know I'm going to claim even I'm a herbalist, and you will take me to the university also I learn, but instead what you were saying, you didn't know what you were saying. Integrate means uniting together. How is uniting people together connected to getting more knowledge or acquiring more knowledge about something? Please, Honorable, go back and do more research about that. We have communication barriers. These herbalists who don't know how to communicate to these patients in such a way that you find an herbalist that is very rude. You find the patients going to the herbalist,
the herbalist is very rude. You don't know how to handle patients, and also you're claiming because they've interrogated me to the in the pharmacy of East Africa. I can also now give medicine, and someone gets killed. Rejected. And this will lead even to high crime rates. How? When someone drops out of school, people like now I will say I'm going to become a herbalist. Let me drop out of school, and this chance is not there that they're going to take me. They can interrogate me. Now at home, for now, since I will say I've dropped out of school, the parents will lose chance and you will remain at home. Please, honorables, this should not happen. POI. Please, honorable, I will get back to you. POI. I will get back to you. It will also, this will also, that they came also claiming that it will lead to economic and job creation. How? Everyone, you have to go to school and study. You cannot tell me that you will just remain there and they will think that you will just get jobs. They will create jobs for you. No way. Please, I'll get back to you. I'll get back to you. You have to go to school, you study, you become a professional doctor, but not a herbalist. In the current world, we don't consider herbalists, but we consider professional doctors. POI. We don't consider. Please, I'll get back to you. How can you tell me you're a herbalist, you're going to treat me and I be fine? No, that is not correct. In our current world, we have professional doctors and people are not even overdying, and we are contented of them. We don't need these herbalists to be interrogated. We don't need them to come and be united with us. Even the professional doctors are just enough to do their work. I will get back to you. In my summary, I just welcome you to come to our side, to come and we say that these professional doctors are just enough to give our help. Thank you.
So as team negators, we want to clearly inform the farmers that the integration of herbalists to the medical fraternity of Africa won't help to increase the health landscape of Africa, because there will be safety concerns, in a way that since this herbal medicine has not undergone rigorous testing, it won't be able to help people who are sick, because if someone just makes his herb and takes to a person who is sick, yet they have not yet taken to the laboratory to find out the content and the elements in that herb, they may give someone a poison which will make that person, instead of curing, to die. So we want to inform the farmers that they should not integrate
what I was telling you. Where is it?
Instead of integrating the herbalists to the medical fraternity of Africa, they should just instead extract knowledge from them, adding more in the confectional training, so that they may help to increase on the confectional remedies in the current world. So I want to call upon the farmers to come and join us to promote confectional remedies and traditional medicine. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Here. There you go. 2 minutes. As the judges are summing up and listening.
I would like to begin with the unattacked points. Complementary health approach, rich herbal knowledge, quality control issues, regulatory framework, increased health care access. Those are unattacked points. And we have unanswered questions. We asked them that, can you become a herbalist now? They told us that, yes. Just yes. How? Why tell the reason? I wanted to know, how can you become? So, thank you for not answering my question. Judges take note of that. Next, we asked them that, how is you? They asked that, do you think everyone who has a job went to school? These are the questions I would like to ask you in your free time research. And she said that herbalists are rude. Rude. I want an example of herbalist so they are being rude to you. And why did you go there and you're educated? How is uniting people able to enable them to learn? Now if they never told you how we're going to be able to learn, here not united, I alone. United people enable people to learn because I can learn from you what I don't know. I can't learn alone and I'm staying there. I just come and start learning alone. I have to be united with other people to give me some information. So I rest my case. And I call upon you to come and join us so that we can bring the integration of these herbalists to the medical fraternity in Africa. So please.
I like the way these people are battling. So DJ, let's wait for the results between Tsavo and Kabalega. Handshake for now.